I grew up in Puerto Rico, cooking with my mom and my grandma. I don't have any family here. When I'm in the kitchen, I make arroz con gandules or plantains or the food that we used to cook together. That is what brings me back home even though I'm away from home. It is a sad reality that our kids are now 10, 12 years old that have diabetes, high blood pressure. Most of that is because of what they eat. The goal that I have is to teach the kids how to take that mentality that good food doesn't have to taste bad. So when I first walked in, because we didn't have this class, there was a lost and found and boxes, school supplies, all sorts of things in here. So we worked for a few weeks before the school started to try to get this classroom ready and welcoming to the kids.
When Ms. Denny wanted to get started with the gardening program, I got all enthusiastic about it. I love to build, so that just gave me an outlet to really just go crazy with the building aspect of it. Now we're growing cauliflower, varieties of tomatoes, some onions. We just worked it step by step to make it happen.
It's really essential for students to realize that behind the scenes, there's so much more of the rest of the story, and that's part of our mission is to educate students. We need to say a thank you to our farmers and to our ranchers, minimum 3 times a day. We are on a gold mine of good nutrition, and so TDA is a critical partner in helping us as school districts work with agriculture to bring the very best that Texas produces for our children.
Our youngsters in middle school, they still don't realize what it is to grow a plant, to have a harvest, and to actually benefit from that harvest. So this is a venue for them to go outside and relax and do something constructive for themselves.
The Farm to School program is a help, especially this year, because once a month we get a different item and the students get involved into that item. They do research, they figure out which recipes they wanted to try, then they turn the recipes to me, and as a group we decide what we're going to make. They get to taste the harvest of the month 2 different ways. The cafeteria, they will prep it in their own way, and then the kids, my students, will go to the cafeteria and they get the other kids to taste it.
I love feeding kids. I love knowing that what I do contributes to what they succeed in. You know what I mean? You know, you have to have nutrition in order to function, and I play a part in that. I like when they come and they talk to me about what they have learned, you know, and they show their peers. I know where this comes from. I know what it do. You know, you can eat it raw, you can eat it cooked.
Our job in food and child nutrition does not stop where the cafeteria door ends. It's our partnership with programs like this where students can really get the education that ties all of these ends together.
It's a lot like gardening. You know, if you give them good food and you nurture it all the way up, they tend to blossom that way.
I know that they are passing this information to their houses, and hopefully that will make a difference in the way they eat. You're not changing just that kid, but you're changing the whole family.
Howdy neighbors, I'm your Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller. Farm Fresh Fridays is a new initiative here at TDA that helps bring local Texas foods into our schools. So get involved today. Visit farmfreshfriday.org.